While Gen 4 K-pop is the most bloodily competitive era in history, as even acts coming from small entertainment companies can become monster digital, it's still undeniable that NewJeans is the phenomenon of the whole industry thanks to catchy music, unique fashion taste, and most lately, prestigious titles in the luxury fashion world. However, regarding recent incidents with famous designer houses, the act has sparked questions as to whether venturing into this flamboyant few was the right move, especially when they have just been in the industry for not up to a year. Golden Spoon kiddos going on a path similar to BLACKPINK's. It's undeniable that NewJeans is the monster rookie of the year, as right after debuting, they immediately topped the domestic and international charts and sealed the deals with various luxury fashion brands. However, looking at NewJeans, many still see the figure of BLACKPINK imprinted on the girls' image. NewJeans is expected to lead the fourth-generation girl groups of K-pop, just as BLACKPINK did for the third generation, and there are solid reasons for people to say that. Of course, there's still differences that single out NewJeans, and in terms of music, the girls chose a completely different direction from BLACKPINK and other fourth-generation girl groups. NewJeans gives the audience a comfortable and energetic feeling with the classic style of the 2000s Y2K. Along with that, all members are in their 10 times age range, making them the perfect match with the Y2K, which highlights innocence and youthfulness. That's why Min Hee-jin confirmed on the show You Quiz on the Block, I am sure the group will bring a new and different breeze to the K-pop industry today. However, in the fashion industry, it seems that NewJeans is following the path that BLACKPINK has taken, even faster and more gossipy. Minji and Jennie competing for Chanel's privileges. On the morning of February 14, Minji became a hot topic with Elle Korea, and HYBE management announced her as the brand ambassador for Chanel in all three fields of fashion, beauty, and watches jewelry. Yet, to everyone's surprise, Chanel has not made any official announcements about Minji's status on their social media platforms. Netizens also scrutinized the suspicious points of the gift that the brand sent to Minji. Chanel usually sends their designs as gifts, not sweets, and this picture was only posted by a bakery in Korea, so there is no specific evidence that this is indeed a gift from Chanel to Minji. This is in complete contrast to the way the brand treats Jennie BLACKPINK as a brand ambassador. Chanel always favors Jennie by sending her high-end gifts on her birthday, Christmas, New Year, and basically any holiday ever existing on Earth. She even attended a party by Chanel and was given a bouquet of specially made flowers and a bag from the brand's latest collection. Controversial title of Honey as Gucci brand ambassador. Just 3 months after NewJeans' debut, Honey became the brand ambassador of Gucci, despite never being featured in any campaigns or having much exposure to the brand. And after being appointed as the global ambassador of Gucci, Honey faced criticism as this title is not easily obtained and requires a significant amount of influence in fashion and the public eye, a good fashion sense, and a long-standing relationship with the brand. K-pop fans were reminded of Jennie's past association with Gucci when she debuted with BLACKPINK. Jennie was even called the most beautiful Gucci-wearing goddess in the Korean entertainment industry, and her outfits had a significant impact on the brand's sales. Burberry ignores Danielle's brand ambassador status. On January 5, 2023, another member of NewJeans, Danielle, was announced on Instagram as the new global brand ambassador for Burberry. At 17 years old, Danielle joined Burberry alongside 2 other Korean ambassadors, footballer Son Heung-min and actress Jun Ji-hyun. However, at Burberry's Autumn-Winter 2023 fashion show during London Fashion Week 2023, Danielle, NewJeans' global ambassador, was unexpectedly absent. She also didn't offer any congratulations to the fashion show, leading to speculation about the relationship between the two parties. So, does NewJeans have another self-proclaimed member with a brand ambassador status? While the answer is unclear, this ironically reminds people of the time when Burberry still supported and sent special love to Jisoo after her exclusive ambassador contract with Dior was announced. Back then, thanks to Burberry, Jisoo attended the brand's Spring-Summer 2020 fashion show during London Fashion Week, making this her very first time attending a high-end fashion show. The brand even featured Jisoo on the cover of Elle's December 2019 issue, and because of her immense positive influences on Burberry's reputation, the brand was still very fond of Jisoo even after she became a Dior brand ambassador. The pitiful, self-proclaimed brand ambassador of Hain. Louis Vuitton recently posted a photo of Hain and several other female celebrities who attended their fashion show during Paris Fashion Week 2023. However, Hain was only referred to as a brand friend, not as a brand ambassador as stated on NewJeans' Instagram account. This situation has been dubbed as an unrequited love because Louis Vuitton has not confirmed Hain as their brand ambassador, and even demoted her to a lower title. Regarding the way Louis Vuitton has been treating Hain and how she has never been featured in any of the brand's campaigns, many believe this friend zone status will be here to stay for quite a long time. This is extremely different from the situation of BLACKPINK, as going back to 2018, BLACKPINK also participated in Louis Vuitton's global advertising campaign and received high praises for their charisma, beauty, and allure that perfectly matched the French fashion house's floral designs. Continuously promoting contact with luxury brands and appearing on magazine covers. Ambassador titles of NewJeans' members have been surrounded by controversy and lack of clarity. For that reason, K-pop fans start to believe that recent ambassadorship announcements by NewJeans members are all deals made behind the scenes to help NewJeans quickly establish their name in the fashion industry. Besides collaborating with various high-end brands such as Chanel, Dior, Louis Vuitton, Celine, and Burberry, the girls also made their debut in the magazine world with their first photo shoot appearing on the special edition cover of Korea's Super L. Since then, Adore has continuously pushed for the act to appear on magazine covers from big magazines such as GQ Korea and Harper's Bazaar Korea in collaboration with Dior, to smaller covers in South Korea. Even Hain was featured on the digital cover of Vogue last November. But can NewJeans become the new BLACKPINK of the fashion world? It is no wonder that NewJeans' series of dizzying achievements over the past 6 months has caused the public to compare them to BLACKPINK, the only girl group with all members managing to become the global ambassadors of the world's leading fashion houses. Unfortunately, while there are staggering similarities in the way NewJeans and BLACKPINK establish contacts, become close friends with the designer brands, appear on covers, and achieve the titles of ambassador, NewJeans' trajectory seems to be creating a contrasting effect. BLACKPINK's brand ambassador identity was built on the foundation of the success of their music, which attracted lots of attention and resonance with the public. Afterward, the girls spent years getting close to the brands and becoming best friends. Although they debuted in 2016, it wasn't until 2019 when the reputation had spread that Jennie became the first member of the group to be named ambassador of a luxury international fashion brand, Chanel. Following Jennie, Lisa, Rosé, and Jisoo were selected as global ambassadors of other high-end brands between 2020 to 2021. Most recently, Jisoo became a Cartier ambassador in May 2022. However, NewJeans only took 5 months to have 3 members being claimed or self-claimed ambassadors for 3 biggest luxury fashion brands in the world. It can be seen that this is the direction of most entertainment companies for the 4th generation of K-pop. Yet, even so, all members of NewJeans are too young for this, as their age only ranges from 14 to 18 years old, which is not mature enough. And regarding their experiences in the field, there is also a huge gap to be filled, making the synergy with such prestigious brands controversial. The public also believes that NewJeans has had too short of a time to interact with the brands that they endorse, and they have not been able to prove themselves capable and worthy factors to bring about a win-win outcome for both parties. There are countless times Honey has been criticized for looking forced and awkward when wearing Gucci clothes. Hain's aura is not enough to match Louis Vuitton clothes, and Danielle wearing Burberry clothes does not show the brand's charisma. Basically, many believe NewJeans are forcing high-end brand clothes on themselves rather than truly shining in such designs, which, according to some, could be explained by the fact that such items are not suitable for their age. So the aura, expression ability, and fashion display did not leave good impressions. Looking at NewJeans' falling victim to such an iconic situation, many people blame Min Hee-jin for being too greedy. Many believed instead of focusing on music and performance during the debut period, Min Hee-jin and HYBE are using their reputation to go behind the scenes with major brands, trying to create revenues from fashion activities for their own sake. Until now, the titles of NewJeans' brand ambassadors are still self-proclaimed, except for Honey and Gucci, as most brands remain silent. Therefore, The public also has reasons to believe that this fourth-generation music group is still not ripe enough to keep up with BLACKPINK, as all 4 BLACKPINK members were announced as ambassadors on the fashion house's Instagram in a confident way. Talking beyond such titles, the influences on brand value of NewJeans' members also cannot be compared to their seniors. While the outcomes remain vague about the venturing of NewJeans into the fashion world through this move, many hope Hybe and Minhyejin will soon realize what is appropriate for NewJeans at the current time, to make the right adjustments and directions. Of course, the fashion potential of all 5 members is extremely promising, but if they continue to force things and wear styles that only look awkward on them, they will soon be a fashion disaster, and brands will eventually say goodbye.